question is, when do you have to move? There's a fundamental theory about this called optionality. This is any idea or any concept or any model. You start something, you grow, you peak, and you decline. This is the cycle of life. When do you have to think about the next thing? Not when it's going down, that's too late. Not even when you're at your peak, that's too late. What you have to do is when you're actually doing really good, that's when you have to reinvent yourself. That's when you have to figure out what your next move is going to be, and then you can keep reinventing yourself. That is this optionality. And I started playing around with that. I developed a theory called the day after tomorrow, and I would like to conclude the day with that theory. It's so stupid that it's actually going to stick in your mind. And what I want you to think about is, if you look at companies, organizations in time, attention, budget, talent, and you look at value creation, I want you to think about 3 buckets: today, tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow. What is today? You spend a lot of time in today. Today is the 112 emails that you get on Monday morning you didn't even know you were going to have the Friday night before. What is tomorrow? Tomorrow is Budget 2017. And many of us work in companies where we have to do budgets, and we spend a lot of time thinking about Budget 2017, and when we actually have the Budget 2017, everybody agrees that it's completely outdated, but we spend some time in tomorrow. And then there is the day after tomorrow. Ideas, concepts, business models, technologies that could really, really change and move the needle. How much of your time do you spend in today, how much in tomorrow, and how much in the day after tomorrow? And many people say to me, 70-20-10. If it's 70-20-10, you're actually doing fine. But this is like New Year's resolutions. 2nd of January, I'm going to eat less. I'm going to exercise more. This is the New Year's resolutions every Monday morning when you drive to work. You think, I'm going to spend 70-20-10. And when you drive on Friday night back to home, you think it wasn't 70-20-10. It was actually 93-7-0. And if it's 70-20-10, you're fine. If it's 93-7-0, you're in trouble. Because if you look at value creation, of course today is important. This is current value. Of course tomorrow is important. That is future value. But those ideas, concepts, business models, and technologies that are in the day after tomorrow, they could really transform your organization and help you in that optionality to completely rethink what you do. If it's 70-20-10, you're fine. If it's 93-7-0, you're basically screwed. Think about this. For you, your team, your company, your brand. As you can imagine, this is the simplest model in the world. And I was severely disappointed about a month ago. I did a workshop with a big Japanese company. And after a whole day spending really interesting work on that with this Japanese company, the CEO came up to me and said, "Thank you very much for the workshop, Mr. Hinson, but your model is wrong." And I said, "How can this be wrong? This is the dumbest model in the world." And I'll never forget it. This was on a blackboard. He took a big red marker and he drew something on that. And he said, "This is what you forgot." And I said, "What is that?" And he said, "This is the shit of yesterday that we have to clean up." And it creates negative value. And this is what I want you to think about when you go home. You've seen amazing things that could help your company into this day after tomorrow. But what is your balance in your company between the shit of yesterday and the day after tomorrow? And if you don't get that right, you're fundamentally not going to even make it to the day after tomorrow. And I spend all my time worrying and thinking exactly about that. How do you organize for the day after tomorrow? And let's be honest, healthcare in the day after tomorrow is nothing short of spectacular.